I just caught my image in the mirror, and I just want to say that, I was getting tired with all the questions on if I was gay or not, so I decided to wear as macho an outfit as possible. Right? So you can see the pink piping on the shirt, the cut-off sleeves, and the pink bandana with the heart on it. So, yeah! Feeling tough. So I wanted to address ritual versus routine. You brush your teeth every night. That is a routine. Now, if your parents tuck you in and ask you about your day, that becomes a ritual because you start to have emotions attached to it. You start to have meaning attached to it. The key is figuring out how to infuse meaning into everything so that everything you do is a ritual. The word ritual, we often start thinking about with, candles and robes and hoods and bloodletting and things like that. And if that's the way to add meaning to your routines, then so be it. But it doesn't have to be. Everything can be a ritual as opposed to a routine. This came up for me recently when I was working with my life coach, Carpo, and I was talking about how I'm spending all this time doing social network things, checking on comments and replying to people, and I was challenged because I was getting into these kind of ruts where I was just doing it mechanically almost, and I wasn't feeling good about the time spent. And we were talking about it, and I was kind of like, I don't want to not do it because there is value to it. And the reality is, I want to be doing these interactions from a place of meaning. I want to be connecting and focusing love and using these digital tools as connectors, as love vessels, as bits and bytes turned into something cosmic. So the thing about routine versus ritual is that the action itself can be identical, but with meaning, it changes the experience for you, for the way it's received, in everything you do, whether that's working out, whether that is lovemaking, whether that is checking your Facebook, whether that is brushing your teeth, whether that is taking a shower, whether that is preparing food. That's a big one for me. I need to move food in general from routine to ritual. I've had some interesting experiences recently where I've got to witness people who really embraced ritual in elements of things that they did. And I was so impressed with how significant the experience can shift when it is done with intention and done with a sacredness and done with meaning. Whether that is sharing a glass of water or anything. One of the rituals that I do every day, that I started when I was having lunch with my grandfather, saying grace before every meal. And not grace like, thank you, white-haired man in the sky, but here is a moment. I think now I realize, what was I doing? It's a way to turn the routine of sitting down to eat and make it into a ritual. Oh my gosh, what an opportunity to think about the gratitude, to think about the blessings, to think about this food and how it got here, and to think about the people at this table and think about all the things I have in my life. Now, how different that experience is once you start eating and nourishing the body and being in the space of awareness of love and connection and blessings versus sit down shoveling food in your mouth. In both cases, you're getting calories to sustain your system, but I would argue actually that it's actually different. That when you are eating with intention, I think your body processes it differently. I think that if you eat the same amount of the same food and one person's shoveling and one person has got an intentional process, I think the person with intentional process is actually going to look better in the mirror after a couple months. Because I think that there are big forces at play. And in the end, what do we really want from life? Do we really want a lot of stuff? Do we really want, our perfect body? What we really want is meaning, is purpose, is feeling like we are there's a point to what we're doing. Even if that point is smiling, spreading love when you can. And when you start looking at the activities in your life as this is a routine that I can turn into a ritual. Once it's a ritual, it has meaning because you've brought meaning to it. You've created meaning to it. And if it's something that you cannot bring meaning to, maybe it's time to reframe it and think about, why am I doing this? What things are routines that you can shift to rituals? Can you think of any? It's something that I'm working on constantly. Facebooking, food preparation, driving. I try to make driving not about getting me to the destination, but trying to be about being present in this now moment and receptive to the lecture or the MP3s that I'm playing from people that I respect and want to learn from. And so that shifts it. The activity is the same of me driving someplace with the stereo on, but the experience is vastly different. Right now, guy telling stories to his webcam, but we bring a meaning. Maybe that's a bad example, because just inherent in this gathering is meaning, which I guess means that we're having a ritual right now. So let's have a Hug Nation hug. Let's connect. Let's feel the vibe and enjoy a ritual. You ready? Grab yourself by the shoulders. And as we feel this body, we think about the meaning of having this body, the meaning of taking a moment to appreciate this body in whatever state it's in, of healing or decay. It is, no matter how broken it is functioning at a level of sophistication that is beyond comprehension. And this body gives us so many treats, experiences, sounds, music, laughter, colors, tastes. It's almost crazy that we look for more than just the experience of getting all that stuff. Sometimes we get caught up in what we're supposed to do and we forget how awesome it is just to be, and so we lean on that personality, and that becomes important, and that becomes what we focus on, and we do try to get the promotion, we do try to get the big car, we do try to get that stuff, and that's fine. We do try to achieve and accumulate, make the plan of our ego brain work, and that's cool. Just, it's like getting the six-pack abs is cool. But those are just hobbies. The ritual, the meaning is deeper than that. The meaning is you as an entity, as a cell in the divine organism, giving this gift of appreciation and experience. You being a piece of mud tapped with divine awareness and able to sit up, look around and go, wow, oh my gosh, look at the way the leaves are all like fractal, and look at the way that thing, the colors on that feather, and look at the way the sun glints off that. Wow. So for a moment, let's let go of our shell of personality and identities, and let's forget the physical shell that takes us around the world, and let's just be that divine light of awareness, of being a human being. And let's just be that with an infinite amount of things to experience and perceive, and just be overwhelmed with the meaning of that, overwhelmed with the ritual of merely being awake. Walking through the world aware of its significance as something beyond nothing. That is a gift. So as we squeeze our shoulders, let's remember that what is important is that divine seed in us, not our titles, not the people in our way, not the people getting on our nerves, not the people on TV, but the warmth and the love that we allow to flow through us and that we receive and amplify and send to the world. Take a deep breath. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all the Love Warriors, happy Hug Nation. Thank you for being a part of this vibration, of this ritual, of infusing meaning into something so simple as an embrace and words and breath. How exciting this journey is when there is so much meaning to be had in the simplest of things. Thank you for bringing meaning to this moment. Thank you for amplifying the vibration and being a vessel for so much flow.
You only live once. Enjoy the color.